Boom! There it is, ladies and gents. You hear that? Little Iggy Pop? Lust for life. That's the question for today. Do you lust for your life? What the hell does that mean? Let's find out.
Shut up and sit down.
The Business Bros Podcast was created for you. Learn from the business professionals who come to share their stories. Find out what's working in business and social media, what's hot and what's not, straight from the mouths of successful entrepreneurs out there doing the real work. And now, welcome to another episode of
Business Bros. Dude, all right. So, what the hell? What do we mean by that, Han? What do we mean? Do you lust for life? Give me some context here.
All right, give some context here. So what were we talking about today? I was telling you about football. Specifically the football players, right? And how much how competitive they are, first of all, right? And how that like competition just breathes this fire into them. And this isn't just football players. This is really athletes, right?
Yeah,
like
anybody who competes at a high level.
Right. I mean, the passion, the lust for like what they do for their sport is just intense. That's what drives them. It's intense.
Yeah. That's why they wake up in the morning.
Yeah, that's what it was. Is because of that conversation we had yesterday or whatever about me not waking up. Like, so I'm sitting there asking myself, like, why do I get up? Like, what is it? And what is it that drives people is their why. Like football players and elite athletes and like Navy SEALs and like these people, like they have such strong whys. Like they know why they're, you know, what they're doing. They're purpose driven. You know what I mean?
Well, you also see it, right? Like when you watch an NFL game, every single snap, they're hardcore, right? Like, I mean, they're pushing it to the limit. Their work and their effort, their drive, the reason why they get up every day, the reason why they train, the reason why they sweat and do all that stuff, the reason why they work so hard is for that snap that is happening at that moment in time, right? Like that's what they work so hard for. That's where their passion's at. That's why you see them so excited when they have amazing plays,
yep.
You know, and they also have a way of making it look easy. They're well practiced, they're well versed. They're doing that thing every day. They wake up loving what they do. Like,
right.
This is what I get to do every single day.
Yeah, like they love the game, right? Yeah, I mean, they're getting very well compensated for it, and they're not going to do it for free. But like, also, they love the game. They have such a zeal for it. Like, zeal is another great word. That they're just like they wake up thinking about it. They go to bed thinking about it. They're eating and they're thinking about it. Like I just love that passion, right? I love that passion. I love the way that, you know, athletes and people who are really passionate about anything just dive head first into it.
Yeah.
And they don't look back.
No, they don't even think about looking back. It's not even an option.
It's not even an option.
It's not an option for them. For them, the only way is forward. Like it's grind, it's work, it's push harder, it's learn a little more, it's get a little faster. It's do better, bro. Like every single day, how can I do better?
Yep.
That's the intensity behind it, dude.
Right.
And so we're talking about this, and then you ask yourself, like, when was the last time you felt that way about something? Right? Like we sat back and we're like, oh, okay. When was the last time we like dove in head first, where that's all you thought about all day long in your life? Like, what was it? And we're both going back to like, dude, our sports days, our competitive days,
right?
The Al Bundy era.
Well, I mean, the what?
The Al Bundy era.
The Al Bundy era. I mean, that was part of it, but I mean, I was also thinking about business, right? Like there was a time when I was just motivated as hell, and like I feel myself that, I mean, the reason why this was coming up is because I feel that like coming back, like I feel that fire coming back. And I was actually having this conversation last night with Angel, right? We were doing a coaching call, and we're talking specifically about our vivid vision. Now, you remember I know I've talked about it a million times whenever it's been just you and me chatting. This vivid vision is like super, super incredibly detailed. I mean, I have it down to 44 staff members, 100 agents, these staff members broken up into these departments. And each one of these is like, we have 2 employees and a manager and 4 employees and a manager. And, here's, like I have it all broken down very, very specifically and how much each of those people gets paid. And so if that's how much each of those people needs to get paid, then, doing the math backwards, this is what my top line revenue needs to be. And that number was $12 million a month. $12 million a month times 12 months is 144 million, right? I had written down at a different time 120 million, but looking at it now, I'm doing the math, 144 million. And like, I'm thinking of these things and getting down to that like nitty gritty, minute detail. When I say vivid vision,
what it takes to get there.
Exactly. When I say vivid vision, like keyword vivid, right? Keyword vivid, because it's so minutely detailed that there's a definitive plan there. And it's like, okay, so if that's the level that I need to get to, like if I need to get to, 44 employees, how do I get to 1? How do I get to 2? How do I get to 4? Right? And breaking that down, and like that's when I talk about this stuff, when I am thinking about it right now, like that's the passion.
That's what gets
right?
you fired
like you
up.
can sense it. Yeah, I get super fired up. It's like, this makes sense. Like, get really, really down to the nitty gritty detail. Like, tell me what color your couch is 10 years from now. Like, if your hero is you 10 years from now, like, who is that person?
What does he look like? What's he doing?
What
does he dress like?
Exactly. Down to the, where does he live? What time does he wake up in the morning? What's the first thing he does?
So you can start becoming that person. That's it. Because if you know what that person looks like, you're taking steps in the direction to do that.
If that, and
here's
getting back to the why, right? Getting back to the why.
Because the truth of the matter is, tomorrow's a new morning, and tomorrow maybe your back is sore, and tomorrow maybe your kid gets sick, and tomorrow maybe XYZ, whatever you name it, is going to put itself in front of you and where you want to go. Right. But the more descriptive that you have of this vivid vision of the person that you're going to become, living the lifestyle that you want to live, doing the things that you want to do, the stronger that vision is, from what I'm hearing you, that's what's going to push you during those times that your hurdle pops in your face. That procrastination tool is there stopping you from, I don't really want to do that. I'll put it off till later. But those things get done because your vision's pushing you.
Yeah. I mean, if it truly does, that's the thing, is that you have to get so deep and honest with yourself that, I mean, this is what I'm working on now, right? Because a lot of the stuff that I wrote in my vivid vision called me to be something that
you were
I don't know, maybe I am and maybe I'm not. I haven't quite figured that out yet.
You felt like you were forcing it.
A little bit. I felt like I was forcing it. The other part of it is that it's also the best part of me.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's the person, the side of me that's always going to push to get to the next level. It's the side of me that's always going to challenge myself. It's the side of me that's always going to be driven and work hard and, do all of those things. But then there's another side of me that really loves to chill.
Dude, chilling is fun.
Chilling is freaking great.
And you know what it is?
Chilling
also
is
you
necessary.
Yes, you gotta release the guilt. I struggle with this the most. I do. Right? Like,
Talk
to
about
release
it.
the
Talk
guilt.
about it.
Yeah, if I'm doing nothing, it's okay.
It's okay to do nothing.
It's okay. It's okay.
What am I hearing?
But I feel bad about that. I still do, to be honest.
I know. It's a struggle, dude. Okay, so 7 years, give or take, that I like busted my ass day in and day out on this business. And you know what happened after that 7 years? Burnt out.
You took a brain fart. Yep. You're like,
I burnt out. Yeah, man. I mean, it was a rough time in life anyway, with
on top of business was personal.
right. Like it got, it was a rough time, but
But you worked your way,
including
when you were
like,
backed up
but
to the wall,
on top
dude.
of that, yeah. I mean, it was just I was done. But the great thing about it is that I was actually able to step back.
Mm.
Like I actually stopped working.
You
right?
built yourself.
And I'll
a
tell
system.
you, dude. I will tell you, the first 4 weeks, like I had to consciously pull myself away from my computer because I just wanted to work.
Mm.
Like I had to it was building a habit of not sitting at my computer. It was building a habit of sitting on the couch. It was building a habit of sitting outside on the patio. It was building a habit of going outside and going for a walk, going for a ride, doing anything I could to stay away from my computer.
Dude, you know what's been working for me?
What's that?
So Celine, right? She's our VA. She's amazing.
Mhm.
She's doing some great stuff for us. But the incident that we had, like I think it was last week or whatever, where I started doing things
Yeah.
that are now her job to do,
Uh-huh.
which she, and in me doing, I just, failed to hit the refresh button and noticed that I doubled up on the work. I did the work that she had already done. Right. And I was like, that was my kind of moment of, you could have been watching TikToks. Right? Like,
yes,
but no,
yes, you
but
could
no,
have been.
right? That was almost like work punishing me, saying, dude, this is the point where you could have chilled a little bit and it would have been okay. Right?
Yep.
Because for me, the way I'm trying to justify, or the way I am justifying it to myself, is the work got done, right? You were going to sit here and do that, but it's getting done by someone else. You purchased this time.
You
Do what you want with it
this time.
and don't feel
You
bad.
purchased this time.
And don't
You
feel bad.
purchased
Right?
this time.
Yes, that's what I'm
You
saying. Right?
purchased this time. Dude.
That's
You
what I
paid
did.
somebody else to do the work that you
So you didn't have to.
so that you didn't have to, so you can do something else, anything else,
Anything
literally anything else other than what you paid that person to do.
So like yesterday, for example, I spent 2 hours on the couch watching Chucky with Mila,
Nice.
and I didn't feel a bit bad about it. Because I told myself as I was beginning to, I was like, oh, I'm on Chucky. Okay, I can go grab my laptop and watch. Like that's what my thought process. I could sit down on the couch and watch something with my laptop open. But I was like, nope, I'm gonna leave it right there. And then the shit still got done. Right? I bought the time. So now it's how efficient can I become? Right? So that I can essentially figure out, well, what do I want to do? And it's okay doing nothing. Nothing is still a thing. I can tell you all about it. But that's the thing, right? And so we're talking about this time. Systems. So that you can buy yourself some time. So you can buy yourself some time.
See, we're getting passionate. We're being like football players. Systems.
Ready, break.
It feels like a huddle sometimes, right? Like, just strategizing, dude. Strategizing is so much fun.
It is
I like
fun. It is fun.
strategizing.
Well, I mean, and it gives you, that's the thing is I think that's what you love to do, right? You love to like look at all these pieces and be like, okay, I got a bunch of pieces and I know they work together. How do I arrange them? Right?
Oh, I love to play Tetris.
I love to play Tetris. Like, let me move these pieces. Right. But that's really what it's about. And it's speed and iteration. We tried that, didn't work. Okay, that worked really well. How do we make that better? All right, let's move this thing around over here. Let's move this person here. Your responsibility is now this, and this. This is the objective. Let's go. And how did it work? Okay, well, that didn't do as good. Let's change it around. Like, that's really what's happening every single time. You're improving every single step of the way when you're developing your system. But the key to the system, I think, is, or choosing which system is, which one is sucking up the most part of your day,
Right.
most time in your day,
Yep.
so that you can figure out what you lust for in life. So let's talk about that. So you have this time
Back to
giving
lust
you the
for life.
yeah. So you have your 4 weeks. You're weaning yourself off the work. You got time off. What do you figure out? What is it that you lust in life for?
Man, I
question?
mean, that's a that's a tough question, but you know what? I mean, I wrote it down in 4 things, right? I'm gonna try to remember all 4 of them because they're in my journal over there on the kitchen. But I told you today,
Yeah, you did.
I want to live a full life.
Live a full life.
I want to buy anything I want.
Buy anything you want.
I want to experience love as often as possible,
Experience love as often as
and I want to
possible.
bless others.
And bless others. Dude, those are some sick ass core values.
Oh, I remembered all 4 of them.
Those are some
Hell
sick
yeah.
ass core values, dude. Let's talk about the first one. What was the first one? I want to enjoy life.
I want to live a full life.
Oh, I want to live a full life.
I want
right?
to live a full life.
Because this is where it's okay to be different. Right? We were talking about this about
Living
your
a full
description of
life
your full
is
life.
gonna mean something different to every single person.
Yes. Tell me about your full life because you were describing it to me like one day I want to go backpacking and maybe I want to go to Europe for a month and then maybe I'm just gonna come home and binge watch Marvel for like a couple days and whatever.
Yeah. I want to live my 40s on the road, man. I want to
That's
live
around the corner, dude.
I know, it's 2 years away. It's 2 years away, and that's why I was telling you about this place where I'm living right now. 2 years or until Katie goes, whichever's longer.
2 years. So like on your birthday in 2 years.
Yeah, something along
like
those
that.
lines, depending on where things are sitting with leases and things and whatever. Who knows? But yeah, 2 years. I'll
but it
call
doesn't mean
it
you
my
can't-
birthday. Why not?
Yeah, but it doesn't mean you can't do anything in between, right? And that's the key. Like,
Exactly.
what is your idea of a full life? That's a beautiful question. Like to ask yourself that, like to just think about like, what does my life look like?
What does it mean to live a full life? Like, do you think that you live a full life right now?
No. I don't think I do. I think there's still restriction. Could be like 9 to 5 restriction. Could be obligations to spouses and children's and families. I think I'm still ruled by obligation.
Interesting. I would agree on restrictions. Mine tend to be more financial than anything else. But it's difficult to think of leaving San Diego without coming back to visit frequently. Like this
is home-
still
this is
needs
where
to
your
be
rump rests?
home.
Yeah,
This is
your
where my
rump
rump rests. This is where my rump rests. Like, and I feel like I always said that anyway too. Like I may go all over the place, but San Diego is always going to be home base.
It is, dude. You can't beat it, man. Like it's
But living a full life, like even if it's not financial restrictions, another part of it for me is like creativity restrictions. Like what would I actually do? Like really thinking about that question. Like you got the kids and you got the family and you got all this stuff that like keeps your life full. It keeps your life busy. It keeps your life like there's so much changing all the time in your life. There's so much going on. And like, I feel like sometimes I'm like, yeah, it's just me and Katie doing our thing, it's cool.
I think it's always that sensation of the grass is greener on the other side. I don't think anybody ever like not experienced that feeling. Right? We're like, damn, I think it would be nice if. Right?
Right. Because then there's always the other side of that I can just pick up and go to Europe tomorrow if I want to. And you're like, yeah, no.
Yeah, I could never do that, right?
Right.
So, I mean, it's always greener on the other side. But at the same time, like, we all have our own fabulous story. Like, I love that
yes.
whole concept of like the metaverse, right? So, like, throwing on your goggles and your glasses and all that stuff, and then going and experiencing the world, like, in a way that you
Ready Player One
style, right? You want to go, first person shooter people, let's go do that. Let's go jump into a war scene. You want to race a car, let's go do that. Like, that's awesome.
Hell yeah,
right?
dude.
So, but here's the thing
it feels like that future isn't that far away also.
But here's what blows my mind about that, right? So, like, that sounds so awesome, and yet you could do that right now.
What?
Like, you could literally do that right now. Like, if you just choose to do those things, and you can go and experience those. You might give up some things here and there along the way, but like, if that's your thing, if that's what you want to do, like, make it your reality. Like, virtual reality is cool because you think that you're going to be able to do all these different things, but you can already do them. That's going to make it more accessible, to try more things faster. But that's like consuming content right now. It was cool to see commercials in the Super Bowl, but now we're like, screw commercials. We don't want to waste those things. I'd rather watch a TikTok, which is a 30-second commercial or a 15-second or a 60-second commercial.
Promoting someone's brand.
Yeah, right? Which doesn't make any sense, but that's the way the cookie crumbles.
I love it. TikTok is commercials, everybody, just so you know.
Tell me they're not.
They are. No, you're absolutely right. That's all that those videos. You're right.
Oh, dude, almost every video, right? I mean,
follow me for more. Follow me for more.
Follow me for more. Follow me
for
more.
Why do you want people to follow you?
Because I got a mug, a shirt, I got a course, I got a. That's marketing, though, right? You don't need to have millions of followers. You need 1,000 that buy from you every month or once a year.
Boom.
A little bit every month or once a year. That's it.
That's it.
No big deal, dude.
Kind of makes me think about that menu of services question.
Right? So it's my primary thing. Well, what is it that you're trying to accomplish? So really the menu is, and the way I kind of look at it is, you got the menu, and these are the things that you create content around. That's it. That's the basic structure of it. Nothing super intense. So if we're talking tax services, then I have a list of, here's the newest tax laws that have come out. Here's the newest things that have gone on. We just create funny or fun or whatever entertaining content or educational content for that piece. And then we wrap it in a bow and stick it in front of people who are in that time frame. If it's a piece on creating marketing content, then we have, all these different samples of work that we have from people that we've interviewed. You want to do that too?
Hell yeah.
I mean, we're really good at creating a podcast that gets booked out 10 weeks in advance. That's true. The thing in and of itself.
Even if we have weeks like this where two or three of our guests didn't show up,
they
like
fall off. Come on, guys. No, there's a waiting list for these things. Every time somebody doesn't show up, that's like content wasted. We created thumbnails and all kinds of stuff for you.
I know.
And you just got to show up, man. You just got to show up. So if not, it would be nice if you let us know, because we got a waiting list. Like, people want to be on the show. So you guys gotta show up. Besides, we can share with you our stories and what's going on in our life, which is cool. It's fun. You guys are always welcome to ask us questions. But I just think learning from other people is way cooler. Like, being able to listen to somebody's story and hear them out and figure out what their problems are and see if those relationships are going to go anywhere. I mean, some of our closest friends now, people that we talk to on a regular basis, that's where they came from. They came from the show.
Yeah, it's true.
So, you find your tribe. You will find your peeps, people who you connect with. Like, this is one of the reasons why I love getting up every day. It's building this type of thing. Hopping behind the mic, behind the camera, having a conversation, sharing other people's stories, solving problems, learning stuff.
Like, okay.
That's what I love to do.
Literally, like, the Business Bros podcast costs us money, especially when people don't show up. Like, it literally costs us money. But, like, you would do this even if it was costing you money, like, or if you didn't get paid for it, like, you just love doing this. Like, I feel like even
fun.
if you didn't have to,
I'd still do it.
you would still do it. Like, you love this.
Yeah. This is one of those things. Dude,
Lust
that's
for
why.
life.
Well, that's what, right? This is one of those like, I was telling you the other day when I had, when I was going to be on stage for the Billie Jean thing, like that I knew it. I saw it in my mind already happening. Like I've had that vision, that clear vision of what it was going to look like. I knew what it took to get there, and it gave me that ambition and that drive to continue getting there. And it trickled down to other aspects, right? It was like the work that I was doing, the content that I was creating along the way that I got to share with people, the goals, understanding core
it's
values.
Like clear goals.
Everything that I was doing. I started to push harder on my conditioning so I can feel a little more confident, right? And beyond, like everything lines up. It makes you get up in the morning. It makes you push harder. It makes you want to be better. It makes you want to do better.
It's true. No, that's
Clear
absolutely
vision,
true. Like when I get up, when I was getting up, when I was driven, when I was doing all of that, like it feels really good to get up and get moving and like knock a bunch of shit out before 9 a.m. And it's like, boom, next up. And then we do this and we do this and we do this. And like, yeah, sure. By the time it's, evening, like we're tired as hell because we've been busting our ass all day.
You got a lot done.
We got so much done.
Yeah. And that's the thing. That's a great feeling. That's a great feeling. Remember when we built that wall, right? Like the little retaining wall in the Euclid house? Yep. That one, you sit back and you're like, dude, that sucked. But I did that. Like, that's it, right? It was created by these hands. Look what I have created. Right? Like that's the cool stuff that like that's what's gonna drive you. That's what's gonna push you. So for me, we had that discussion of fame and fortune. I'm like, okay, well, I'm targeting the fame right now. This is why we create content at scale. That's why we show up every day. That's why we create a number of pieces for each episode. That's why we share it with, that's why we put it out.
Why?
Why?
Because someday somebody's going to tell you that you're an overnight success. And you're going to be like, fuck you. I did 1,000 episodes before anybody realized I was anything.
I got a blink. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, there you go.
Overnight success, my ass.
I'm gonna figure it out because I failed so many more times. Just willing to fail more. I'll figure it out. This is just the formula.
I love it.
And everybody has different formulas. I learn from them, and then I just implement some shit and I try some shit. And I'm like, okay, well that worked. That didn't work. That worked. That didn't work. What worked about that? I don't know. Keep learning. Keep learning. It's gonna happen, dude. I see myself on stages, private jets. Private jets and stages.
Oh, dude, that's dope.
Cars, I don't care. That's not my thing. It'll probably be some regular car, nice.
Look, like I said, you're gonna fly in somewhere. You're gonna have a private car waiting for you too, because why wouldn't you have a private car to get to your private jet? And then you're just gonna get, oh no, you're not gonna get driven. You're gonna have a private car waiting for you, and then you're gonna drive yourself.
Probably. Or
because you can't have a driver.
Yep,
exactly.
That end up happening.
But you should. I'm like, that's why I'm like,
the goal, right? That's the goal.
Whatever.
That's the vision. That's what. So everything I do
is
pushing me. Everything I do is pushing me towards that. Right. Work out harder. Put more content out. Meet more people. Build a brand.
Better systems.
Build better systems. Buy more time.
Buy more time. Damn. That was good.
All right. That's all we got for you guys today.
Peace out, y'all.
And you know what we forgot, dude?
What did we forget?
No, we didn't forget. We're just homicidal maniacs. We didn't wear a costume today.
Oh, damn. You're right. We're homicidal maniacs today.
Homicidal maniacs today.
Right, thanks, Wednesday Adams.
Thank you for listening to the Business Bros Podcast. Are you looking to get more clients or to increase your income? Hernan, the business bro, can help you generate referrals through the power of podcasting. And James, the insurance bro with Pipeline Insurance, can help you effectively add insurance to your existing business. If you are ready to create wealth today and generational wealth for tomorrow, email businessbros@csfirst.com. to schedule a free consultation or join the Business Bros Network. www.businessbros.biz.